Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also, make sure you turn off the water supply to the washer. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the shock absorber in a Whirlpool washer. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For this job, we're going to need a 1/4" and 5/16" nut drivers, flat blade screwdriver, Torx 20 screwdriver, and a small flat blade screwdriver. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new shock absorber. The set of 4 shock absorbers support the weight of the tub assembly and absorbs its motions during the cycle. If the washer becomes unbalanced during the cycle, check the shock absorbers and replace them if needed. Now we're at the back of the washer and we're going to remove the top. I'm using a 1/4" nut driver and I'm going to take out 3 screws. Next I'm going to push the top back a little bit and lift it off. Let's pull out the detergent drawer, press that locking tab and remove it completely. Next we need to remove these 2 Torx 20 screws. I'm going to use a Torx 20 screwdriver. Next I'm going to use a 1/4" nut driver and take out these 2 screws, 1 in each corner. Now we need to pull up the top of the control panel so we can release this 4 tabs. And I'm going to lift it up, and then we need to disconnect a couple of plugs here so we can remove the panel. I'm going to press down that tab here on this side and a tab on this side, and we can pull them out. Next step would be pulling out this clip. It required a little bit of effort, so grab it and pull it out. So we're going to place it inside. Out of the way. Let's open the door. Alright, so remove this Torx 20 screws. And push that door latch in. Next, I'm going to remove this retainer spring, which is around this seal, door seal. I'm gonna pull it up, and as you can see, we have a little springy there. And I'm going to use a flat blade screwdriver. I'm gonna place it in there, and we're gonna pry off the spring. And we can remove it completely. Now we're gonna pull off this front lip of the door seal and tack it inside. I'm going to close the door and tilt the washer back and install a 2x4 underneath so we can get to the bottom screws. Alright, now we need to remove the 4 1/4" screws that hold the front panel at the bottom. I'm using a 1/4" nut driver. Alright, I'm going to tilt the washer back, and I'm going to remove this wooden block. Alright, I'm going to open the door. Our next step would be taking out 3 5/16" screws that holds the top of the front panel. The nut driver would be the perfect tool for that. And I'm going to grab this front panel here on the top and lift it off. Hold on to the door, and we're going to remove it. Before going into replacement itself, I'm going to explain you what we're going to do. There's two locking tabs on the shock absorber at the top, and we have the same thing at the bottom. The procedure would be the same. We need to press this tab down from the front, turn it slightly so it will be jammed open. Then we'll go from the back and we're going to press down on this rear tab, and then we can turn the shock absorber and unlock it. So I'm going to press this tab with a flat blade screwdriver. See, it goes down, and I'm going to turn the shock absorber. Alright, so I'm going to hold this, and using this small flat blade screwdriver, I'm going to go from the back and reach in there and press the tab. I'm going to press it down and release it. Now we need to release the bottom. I'm going to use the same flat blade screwdriver. Going to lift up on this tab and turn it. Then we're going to the back. Okay, so we turn it. Finally, that rear clip was pushed in, and we were able to remove it. This is the old shock absorber next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. So we're going to install the new shock absorber. We're going to, bottom goes first. We install this tab into the cutout at the bottom. Press it down and turn it clockwise. Now with the top, I'm going to extend the shock absorber so it will fit through the hole here in the mounting bracket, and we're going to turn it clockwise so it will lock. Now it's the time to install the front panel. I'm going to place it down, make sure that the door latch is inside, and open the door. We're going to hang the front panel on this 3 tabs here. And we're going to secure it with the 3 5/16 screws at the top. Push the panel close in, and I'm going to secure it with the 3 5/16 inch screws. I'm going to close the door and tilt the washer back and install a 2x4 underneath so we can get to the bottom screws. Now I'm going to secure that front panel at the bottom with 4 1/4 inch screws. Now I'm going to remove the 2x4. I'm going to tilt the washer slightly and remove that block. So we need to get inside and fish out the door latch assembly. I'm going to place it into the cutouts, and we're going to secure it with a couple of Torx 20 screws. So now I'm going to pull out the door seal, and we're going to install it over the lip here. So take your time, make sure that it's installed properly. I'll check it out, make sure it's installed. And next we're going to install the retaining spring. Okay, we're going to place the spring into the groove on the top. Then we're going to place in the spring. I'm going to use a flat blade screwdriver. We're going to put it right here around 2 o'clock. And we're going to stretch the spring and use this flat blade screwdriver to put it into the groove. Double check that the spring is in the groove. And then we're going to do the test by pulling it. All right, we're safe. Now we can close the door and install the control panel. All right, now we're going to connect the control panel. Connect this harness to the control panel. One goes in this one. Press it in. And the second one will go in this one. And now we're going to push in the retainer. And we can install the panel back on. So we have 4 tabs at the control panel, and we have 4 slots here on the front panel. So, well, guess what we're going to do? We're going to place these tabs into these slots. And then I'm going to push the control panel forward. Now we can secure the control panel with 2 quarter-inch screws in the corners here. Right now we can install the detergent drawer back in. Slide it in. Next we're going to place the top cover on about 1 inch before the control panel, and then we're going to slide it in. Then we're going to install the 3 quarter-inch screws at the back using the quarter-inch nut driver. Alright, we're going to push it down so we'll install the screw. We've got 2 more shock absorbers at the back of the washer. To get to them, we need to remove the rear access panel. There's a bunch of quarter-inch screws that we have to take out. And we're going to start from the top corner. I'm using a quarter-inch nut driver, but not the 3rd one. We leave this in. Also, we're not taking this one out. And go to the bottom one. Again, I'm not touching this one. So we only have 1 screw left here on the top in the center. We're not taking it out, we're only loosening it up. Then the whole panel slides to the right, so we can take this off over that screw. Next, we need to remove this brace, 2 quarter-inch screws. And there we go. We have access now to both shock absorbers at the back. So we just repeat the procedure, the same thing that we did in the front. And again, now we're going to install the brace. We have 2 hooks here that goes into the cutouts. Push it down. Now I'm going to secure it with the couple of quarter-inch screws that go at the bottom. And now we're going to install the rear access panel. All right, so I'm going to bring in the access panel, place it on, and then I'm going to lift it over that screw here and slide it to the left so it gets closed. Now I'm going to tighten it, and we're going to install all the screws. I'm going to start with the corners. Turn on the water, plug the washer in and run it to check if it works properly and there's no leaks. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.